Imagine a world where the Sun, this massive and blazing star, no longer has its usual heat but is instead colder than Earth. What would happen? In reality, the Sun is a gaseous sphere that derives its energy from nuclear fusion. If its temperature were lower than Earth's, it would mean that either nuclear reactions inside it had stopped or never occurred in the first place. Without the Sun's heat and light, Earth would freeze. Temperatures would drop rapidly, oceans would turn to ice, plants would perish, and the food chain would collapse. Life, as we know it, would cease to exist. In such a world, the sky would be dark and lifeless. The moon would no longer reflect any light, and there would be no distinction between day and night. Human civilization, reliant on solar energy and agriculture, would not survive. People would have to rely on other energy sources, such as geothermal energy or even artificial resources, to sustain themselves. However, if the Sun had been colder from the beginning, the solar system as we know it might never have formed. Planets, instead of being composed of gas and hot rock, might have been masses of ice and solid materials. Perhaps life would have evolved in a completely different way in a dark and frozen world. Life forms could have developed based on chemical resources and geothermal energy, similar to creatures living in the deep oceans of Earth, far from sunlight. But without enough energy, even such life would be limited and fragile. Earth's atmosphere would gradually freeze, oxygen would become scarce, and ultimately, our planet would turn into a dead and frozen world, where only remnants of past human civilization remained. If the Sun were only slightly cooler than it is now, Earth might be in a better condition. The extreme heat that contributes to climate change would not exist. Perhaps more parts of Earth would be habitable, but at the same time, reduced solar energy might lead to slower plant growth, and consequently, a decline in food resources. In another scenario, if the Sun had the temperature of a gas planet, the solar system would resemble icy planets found beyond the habitable zone. Humanity, if it had evolved under such conditions, would have been forced to live underground or in protective cities powered by geothermal or nuclear energy. Moreover, in a world where the Sun emits less light and heat, the psychological effects would be significant. Humans, dependent on sunlight, would suffer from severe depression and diseases caused by vitamin D deficiency. Societies might shift toward living in enclosed, controlled environments, and traditional agriculture would be replaced by advanced food production technologies in artificial settings. In such a world, civilizations might develop entirely beneath the surface of the Earth or in mobile cities that utilize limited heat sources. Space travel would also become a higher priority as humans searched for other planets with more energy and warmth. Fortunately, in reality, the Sun continues to burn and provide its life-giving energy to us. However, this thought experiment serves as a reminder of the Sun's importance to life. A world without a warm Sun would be a dead world. Therefore, we must appreciate this vital source of energy more than ever and strive to protect our planet. Any change in solar energy levels could have far-reaching effects on the ecosystem and the future of human civilization. Thus, understanding and studying cosmic phenomena will remain one of the most important concerns of science and technology.